What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be, and welcome back to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross on this very early morning down here in Austin, Texas. Even more early because last night we were streaming 7 Deadly Sins all night long, all the way to maintenance, in maintenance. So I got to see the patch notes arrive live. I also got to see the Reddit response rise up as well. So what I want to do in this video is kind of give you guys a recap of what I said on stream last night for the YouTube audience. So let's go ahead and get started. So this reminds me of something that I literally just said in my overhit Nexon shutdown video. Now you're already off to a bad start if I'm referencing something from a shutdown video. Let it be known, ladies and gentlemen, ain't no game too big to fail. All right, ask Blizzard. Ask Bethesda, ain't no game too big to fail, all right? So in that video, to kind of give you guys a quick recap, Nexon had overhit in multiple regions, Korea, Japan, global, and they said the same exact thing that Netmarble is saying today. Don't look at the other versions. The versions are different. The versions are different. Don't look at the other version. No. The versions are not different, and this is a point that I'm already seeing pop up. The games are exactly the same, y'all. There's no difference between the JP and the Globe. The games structurally are exactly the same. It's the same game, they're just being managed different. So don't get into that talking point that the games are different. The games are the same, they are managed different. But the same thing that Nexon did with Overhit was try to say, hey, everybody, don't look at the man behind the curtain. Don't look at the KR version. Don't look at the Japanese version. Our version is different. Our version, all that is code for saying, you know what? They're going to be looking for ways to maximize profits in Japan or in global. Now let's bring this back to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, ladies and gentlemen. So what did I say in that video that applies to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross and Netmarble today? So what I told Nexon, so you have this killer game in Korea and you want to replicate that success in global, the only thing that you have to do to make that possible, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing that you have to do is nothing. All you gotta do is nothing. You already have a proven product. The same exact thing applies to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. You already have a proven product in Japan that people love, that people are spending money on. People are like, that game prints money. Don't get it twisted. It prints money. So if you wanna print money in global, all you gotta do is nothing. All you gotta do is nothing. But for whatever reason, and I use this dumb analogy in that video, I'm gonna use it again. Japan's 7 Deadly Sins is like a fully formed Jenga, all structurally sound with all the pieces in it. But when the games come global, what these developers and these publishers try to do is they try to pull out little Jenga pieces that they think are not responsible for making it structurally sound. So they pull out Jengas that they don't think are really important. They're gonna slide out this piece, slide out that piece, slide out this piece, in hopes that those pieces equal millions and millions of dollars. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I do not understand, and for the life of me, I don't understand why companies are doing it. Netmarble's not the only one. You can always make money. Like, you can always make money on a banner. All you have to do is release Blue Meliodas or Blue Lilia. You can always make money on a banner. Why go for the temporary financial boon of a Green Lilia banner when it comes associated with all of this baggage? You know they know about the baggage because they always say, hey guys, don't look at that version. Don't look at that version. You can't erase things off the internet. You can't. So that's not a thing. It's not a thing that happens, right? So if you are a publisher and you know that a 6/6 Green Lilia exists and you know players know about it, why not just sidestep the entire issue, give global the 6/6 Green Lilia, that way you don't have to worry about it, and just release a Blue Meliodas banner or a Blue Lilia banner to make your money there, because I guarantee you money is still gonna come. In fact, I think more money would come if you would have did that move. I would have loved to be in that strategy session where they decided the money gained from a Green Lilia banner was worth more than the reputation hit that they're taking. Like, I would love to know what those numbers actually translated to, because you know Blizzard did the same exact thing with Warcraft Reforged. They did the same exact thing. They had a game that was not ready to be released, nowhere near being ready to release. But somebody in that executive boardroom said, screw it, release the game that's buggy and unfinished, because I want to hit this financial quarter. I want to hit this financial quarter number. Who cares about our long-term reputation? Who cares about decades and decades and decades of positive reception to the Blizzard name? We got to hit this financial quarter. I would love to know what that dollar amount equals. What amount of money is worth the reputation hit? Because like I said, you can always make new money. It is extremely hard to rebuild a reputation. And I think this was just a very bad move. Like I said, you can scream from the rooftops that we shouldn't be looking at the JP version and our versions are different. The fact of the matter is it exists. The perception is already out there, right? So the very best way to navigate it, once again, is to do absolutely nothing. Just bring it over, make your money in different ways. Release costumes, BOGOs. There's other ways to make money. There's other ways to make money that don't come with a negative connotation. That's my main point. I finally made it to it. That is my main point. There are so many other ways to make money in this game that do not come with a negative connotation. So why not just go for those? I just don't understand. I cannot understand why they would go this route. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very familiar position that we find ourselves in on this channel. We've been here before, ladies and gentlemen. Costume Gate 2.0. There's so many games that we've covered. Costume Gate 3.0, I forgot there was another one. So many games that we've covered over the years that have gone in this direction. So let me answer a quick criticism before I tell you what FG gonna do. All right. So one of the criticisms that I saw, probably the main one, there's really not a lot that are kind of going against this. But one main criticism that I saw was the fact that Global has done some things better. So Global has done some things better, right? Well, I would argue that they haven't done 6.6 max unit better, but all right, let me go ahead and grant you that. Let me grant you the fact that Global has done some things better than the JP version. So let me tell you why that doesn't necessarily move me that much. All right, I'll grant you that Global has done some things better, but this is the second time that they've launched the game. So don't you expect them to do things better the second time they've done it? Think about anything in life. Let's forget about video games for a second. Forget about video games. You're changing the brakes on your car, right? The first time you do it, you don't know what you're doing. You got YouTube videos going. You got manuals flying around. You got blood dripping down your hand. That's the first time you do it. But the second time you do it, don't you do it better? There's things that you avoid, there's shortcuts that you have, right? The second time in anything that you do in life is better. So let's bring it back to video games. If you launch a game for the second time, my bare minimum standard is that you improve on the things that you did wrong the first time. I expect the second time that you do anything that you do it better the first time. So the things that have been improved, I'm grateful for them. I appreciate them. But for me, that is the standard. So let's go ahead and flip that example around for clarity, right? Let's say you launch a game for the second time and you repeat the same mistakes you made the first time. That would just be like, well, it's not that unimaginable, but that would just be like, what are you doing? You've already released the game the first time. Why haven't you learned from your mistakes? So when you say that certain things in Global are better, taking Global out of it, taking the whole, oh, Global players are greedy, taking that entire things out of it. When a company releases a product the second time around, for me, the bare minimum, the standard is yes, things are gonna be improved the second time because they're doing it a second time, they've learned their lessons. All right, so I don't understand the argument. Once again, that's me. So let's end this video off before I start getting on ramble mode, because you know how it go. What is FG gonna do? So in Costume Gate 1, in Costume Gate 2, in Costume Gate 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, LeBron James. So in all of those examples, ladies and gentlemen, I never tell people, hey, everybody, follow FG. Do what FG is gonna say. All I'm here to do is tell you what I'm gonna do, right? That's all I can tell you, is tell you what I'm gonna do. So I'm not spending any money in this banner. I have topped up and spent money in every single banner in this game thus far. I will not do it on this banner. Now, I know some people might be saying, hey, FG, some of those videos were sponsored. They were sponsored, but I could have took that money and bought a pair of underwear, right? I didn't have to spend it in 7 Deadly Sins. So I've spent money in every single banner in this game. I will not be spending money in this banner. This reminds me of Knights Chronicle and Costume Gate. I couldn't, in good conscience, myself, I could not tell people how bad the pay-to-win costumes were in Knights Chronicle and then buy all the costumes. Like, I could not do that. Once again, you do you. You're an adult with your own money, with your own gems. If you want to do 2 pulls and get the, do you. All right, I just want to let you guys know what I'm gonna do. So I will not reward my gems to a unit that was not only was it free to play for a different region, it was 6.6 free to play. 6.6 free to play. Let's not forget that. It's not just a free unit, a 6.6 free unit. I will not. That is that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again. My name is FG3000. I will see you guys in the next video. It's time for me to go play some Battle Divas. Later.